Okay, give me a second. There won't be anybody here for just a few minutes here, but okay. Hello. Okay. Yeah, test. Okay, good. That and all right. Now let me pull up YouTube and Rumble. Your videos. Just give me a second. I'm just pulling up stuff. Normally I would. I'm a little bit late right now too. So live. Okay, we got part two. Let me modify that. I don't like the fact that Restream puts its little advertisement at the top of your description. So I don't ever remove it, but I always place it under my description because it's dumb. If you're looking on YouTube, pardon me. If you're looking on YouTube, the first thing you see is that, and nobody's gonna want to click on that. They're gonna want to click on whatever you know. Not that this my current description is just drag box right here. That's like nothing, but I'm just saying in general, um, you want that. Okay, so that's up and running. That's fine. And let's see about uh 88 part 2. And we got one in Rumble, which is good. So yeah, I could almost not post a link or not post the fact that I'm live or whatever. Um, let's pull this up and let's see. Do I want to? Hold on a sec. Enchanted lands. Control C. Let's do something here. Control V. I'm gonna make this part 2. Just gonna say drag box. Like that, and there we go. That way. Control C. That way I can post it. Um, drag box. Drag box sounds weird-ish. Okay, and let's go to Discord. Do the same thing in Discord. No. Do that in Discord. Wait. Let's, give me a sec here. Notifications. Communities. Should have left that open. Redot. Indie games. I'm only using Redot indie games and Game Dev Brothers in Christ communities because the other ones. What? That's okay. Those are the only ones that allow me just to straight up just like post the stuff without any problems, without any issues or whatever. Okay, so let's post in here. Uh, Devstream 8 part 2 live. Okay, indie games. I have to post the full thing in indie games because they get a tons of posts, so nobody will actually see until I do this. I also wonder about hashtags, if I should do hashtags in on X, because Elon made a post about not really needing it anymore. But you still, the thing about the thing about um about hashtags is if I write something, actually let me, where's the thing here? Um okay. Um well, if you write a message and it doesn't have certain keywords in it, then hashtags do matter. In other words, if I put Enchanted Lands and I put, what it is and working on during that day and stuff. Um, I'm not putting in like adventure. I'm not putting in even like redot. I'm not putting in all those things. And so that's kind of why you want a hashtags on X. And it doesn't look like that much discussion in there since my last post, which is good. In the redot Discord, redot discussion channel, redot Discord. Redot Reddit, Redout. It's not Reddit, obviously. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Alright. So I guess I got everything, right? Okay, I got everything. Alright. So restream. Let's go ahead and good evening, Rook. Thanks for joining. And let's go back to chat. Alright. So if you didn't know, if you didn't realize that the reason I kind of quit abruptly last time was because my grandmother on my mom's side called for a reason, and shoot, here's my water. Temperature. I don't like letting it sit out room temperature for too long, but whatever. I got coffee right now. Okay, let's go back to script, and we're gonna go back to this. Okay. And global mouse position, right? Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to realign the panel now with the actual the layout room is a node 2D, the actual node 2D, right? A panel is just a panel child that I add on to give it a display. Otherwise, it doesn't have anything displayed on it. I could draw stuff on it if I wanted to. I wouldn't have to use like a regular panel, but this is the way I did it. So we are going to do a change here. And actually, let's see something here. Okay, I'm gonna leave all this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna here. Let's close GIMP here. Discard changes. Um, This other thing over here, close that right now. Pardon me, my nose gets all stuffy and weird. It's allergies and crap. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that okay, I'm gonna move this over off screen, even though it doesn't really matter that much. Keeping uh, making sure everything is up to date. Commit. I'm sniffing like this all the time now for a while now. It gets stuffy and weird, and pollen must be up today or something. Okay, so this is what I am going to do today. What I'm going to do today is um, what am I going to do today? Okay, so we want to go to layout room, and we want anything to do with the separator. I don't know exactly everything I need to do. Update description label, inbound rooms, layout doors. Okay. Later on, we can actually display doors even if I want to. Right now, we're just doing it with lines, but we could do a thing where we actually display the doors. Get property list. Get. That's okay. Set ID, label, and description. Create. Okay, creating. Create from JSON. Okay. Create doors from specs. Okay. That's actually awfully specific. I wonder if there's a way I can make it a little bit more generic so that it wouldn't have a major problem if I decided to change things a little bit. Anyways, that's okay. That's nothing to do with anything. Rebuild doors. Okay, layout doors for child and self. Get children. If child is layout door, self layout doors, append child. Okay. Clear inbound rooms. Rebuild inbound rooms. Reorder inbound rooms. And I don't even know if I even need to do that anymore. I mean, maybe. But, resort doors. Has destination to remove children. Truncate text. This is going to be another thing. This is going to be something that I'm going to add to. Yay. Okay. This is something I'm going to add to is, you know how it has like the three buttons? Well, well, actually, I was going to have it like an edit button, like a separate little edit button that you click on there and it pops up the thing. Actually, almost if I just enlarge the box, I could almost um just put it on here directly. But or I could do it underneath it. Maybe I can actually add some boxes underneath for the buttons for like doors and adding and removing stuff and whatever. And duplicate and all that good stuff. But I was thinking of is you click on click on the ellipsis here, and Yeah, that's gonna be another thing is we have this dragging, so a single click might be a single click. In other words, it should still select it though, so that's fine, I guess. Single click select. So especially if I click on the three dots. Anyways, I was gonna have you edit if you clicked on the three dots, and it would pop up a box. Might have a separate button. Might still use that. I'm not really sure. Um, okay, so get property list, label, description, ID, get property, um, set property, create from JSON. Wait a second, did I already have create? Oh, I guess I'm going through it again because this way the stupid thing jumps back up instead of just being where you are in the window. Truncate text. Let's go down here. Create click area. Okay, that's panel position, panel size. Shape node. On area input. Hover entered, hover exited. Update click area. Shape node extents. I don't remember about what I do, what that's for, update click area, but style, panel style, filter, control, mouse filter, ignore. That might have to be changed. VBox container. Set up visuals is it's kind of a big deal. Maybe I should split this out and refactor it into separate functions. VBox container. All right. Separator. Um, I'm trying to find where I actually how I move it. Description label. Resize panel. Horizontal center. Panel center X equals negative panel size dot X divided by 2. Now this is where we're getting to the tricky part. That's the separator. Okay. Okay. Calculate the vertical position of the separator. Adjust for view box position within the panel. Um, I guess I don't know. I guess I am going to use. I'm going to have the resize panel. Oh, stupid setup visuals. There we go. Okay. Where's resize panel? What does it do? Monospace font, calculate the 40 characters, padding, set label sizes, set VBox container size, calculate the total panel size. Total width, total height. I guess that's not a problem though. Okay. I shouldn't need get center position anymore, I think. Okay. Panel. Panel position. This is where I reposition the panel. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on, where are we at? That one, this one. And let's go and uh, just a second. Here, let's pull up. I guess ChatGPT because that's what I'm using recently. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, at approximately 2:30 p.m. EDT. I'm going to restore the panel position, and I want you to analyze this function. I think all I have to do is basically remove all the code at the bottom that deals with the separator. It still exists and all. I'm just not repositioning anything. Also, take note of panel center X. I don't believe I need to change that either, since the origin will be at the center. V, enter, let it do its thing. We'll see what happens. See, I'm gonna get this done now, and I'll be able to do. We're gonna try to get. Yeah, I guess Dragbox isn't much of a description. That's probably why I don't even have people in here. But yeah. Um, so I mean, after I do that, we're gonna try to get the Dragbox working today. I got the color rect and the way it's attached and stuff, and I can still attach it to to the the node that we're creating to drag it around, and we'll just have to resize it. You can simplify this quite a bit now that you no longer need to line everything relative to the separator. or the visual so that the separator lined up with the node's origin. In this area anywhere, if you want the panel centered on the node's origin. You don't need to rewrite anything, but I don't need to set a panel position, do I? It should automatically default to the center. Thank you. You don't need to manually set panel position unless you want to override where it spawns. It's inside center container, it'll automatically center itself. No thanks. Well, try commenting this code out first, and then see if I notice anything odd other than where the anchor is sitting. Okay, so all this yeah. Okay. It shows no errors there. And then the other thing that I need to do is a resize panel doesn't do anything, I don't think. It might change the position of the separator, but it's not that the separator's gone, it's that I don't need to get. I can actually go ahead and comment this out too. Control. Okay. Yeah, get center position up there, get panel rect. Um, Now, this is where we need to do the thing, and that is the top left should be top left equals center. Top left equals, oh, we'll do this. I might be able to get the panel rect correct here, but top left equals let's say minus equals panel size divided by 2. So that is interesting. Ah, this is apparently invalid. I could probably put negative panel size divided by 2. I wanted to tell me why. You can't use the MySQL operators on a variable that hasn't been initialized yet. Good, sound subtracted from what now? Okay, I get it. Top left equals panel dot global position minus panel size divided by 2, because it's technically the center. Oh, panel size. Panel dot size. Here. Top left panel size. Okay, good. Um, 2D. Oh, get center. Oh, get center position. I see. I see. Um, yes. All right. Let's go to multi-line. Yeah, let's clear that up. Um, room that get center position. Get. Okay. Fine. We'll do this externally. Uh, where's get center position? Dang it. Is there a way I can stop this? Dang. Okay, dot global position semicolon Control S. Okay, clear, clear, clear. Now it's on 91. Control C. Can I do this? Control V. Control Z. Dang it. Dang it. Why is not letting me do my selection, doggone ya? What happened? Where'd it go? Oh, come on. Why is it doing that? Quit doing that. Hmm. Where? 19. What is it? 119. What's it doing in 119? Okay, fine. Come on. You can do it. If you're wondering what's going on, it's because I commented out the other function, and then now it's just it keeps saying calling that non-existent function in the output. Now it's not doing that. Finally. Okay. What is this debugger thing? What's going on here? What's the deal with that? Errors. Declared but never used. Yeah. Who cares? Output. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to do is I want to go to 2D Workspace and see if it looks okay. The only thing that should change is that the plus sign is in the upper or is in the middle of the panel. Should be. Okay, awesome. That's exactly right. So now it's a little bit different. Actually, it's not any different looking. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, reload save scene. Let's see if it works now. Well, how come? Wait a second. Why is it upper right corner? Why isn't this not the center? What the heck is going on? Hmm. Okay. Do you have any idea why the position little plus sign and the position of the panels are now no longer in the center? I thought they were center based, not. I thought they're supposed to be in the center. For some reason they're not. Not top left. But apparently removing the code that adjusts the panel position now puts everything in the corner instead of the center of the panel. I thought for sure that it wouldn't be like that. I thought that was supposed to be center based. I mean, everything else is center based. That's weird because I thought for sure panel, unless there's an anchor or something that I put somewhere. These anchors. Makes it center no matter what size it is. And the position. I mean, I don't mind using top left, but if everything else is if everything else at 0, 0 is the center, and then of course I had actually manually put it to the center, put the panel to the center. I divided by 2. I did panel size divided by 2 is what I did. Bookmarker, if you see the off center from your visible rectangle, it means you're. Why is everything else working for the center? Anchor versus pivot versus position. Control base knows like panel, their position relative to their top left corner, not the center. Their anchor properties find how they align to their parent container. Their pivot offset defines rotation. Scaling arrangement doesn't affect positioning. So when you removed your centering code, you probably... Yeah, I mean, I can change the position myself. Yeah, I was offsetting them manually. Yes, I was changing the position. Maybe I prefer this one, I guess. I don't know. I don't know really if I prefer either of them, but we'll leave it like this. Let's check something. Let's go to back to the script here, and let's go to layout tool. What do I want? Do I want layout room? Yes, layout room. We want so let's go back up here. Cause see what it is, I took the panel size and I offset the um when I set the position vector two panel dot position equals, and I reset that. Do I have anything in the panel that has to do with anchors or anything? Panel. Uh, Border style. That's just the way the border is shown. Add child panel. Viewbox container. Name label separator. Description label. Resize panel. Somehow I need to talk to somebody that knows a little bit about this, because now this is tripping me up. I mean, I can automatically go ahead and just do, panel center X, and I can actually position it where I want to. But if everything is done by top left corner, top left corner. Hmm. See, I can always do. I can reestablish the whole get center position thing. Um, get center pause. Get panel rect. Huh. I don't know who I can talk to though. I need to be able to talk to somebody that knows Godot or Redot well enough. Um, I could try the Godot Discord. Okay. If I create a panel, I attach to my node to the object. it work from the center, the origin center, or the top left corner? I suppose I could ask the same question in the redot discussion thingy, but they're sometimes they do a lot of talking, other times, like right now, they're not doing any talking, so see if anybody replies to me, because I don't know. Okay, let's boy, I thought I'd get a lot, done today because I've solved the other problem, but now this is just kind of weird. Just a node 2D, right? Until I actually add something visual to it, right? Origin center, or does it not have dimensions as not automatically at center? It's positioned at the top left corner of the bounding box by default. However, the origin point can be changed by adjusting the root node's position within the scene. Well, I guess I don't mind using top left. That means I have to recalculate everything for center, though. I thought everything worked from the center. I thought. Everything worked from the center. It can give me some behaves as though the origin is center, especially when positioning child nodes. The actual default pivot or transform origin for the node 2D is just the local corresponds top left content of its content unless suggested. Visually appears centered because your internal drawing your shape offset is set to center by default. This can create the illusion that everything originates from the center. It's not universal. Godot does not globally use the center as the origin for all 2D nodes. Huh. Okay. So, a few things. One is I could just manually reposition it at the center. The other thing is I can just make sure that, because I thought I would have to like change everything, and I always have to manually readjust everything to work off of top left, or whatever. Interesting, very interesting. So I don't know what's better, because I was all prepared to make sure everything was top left, and then when it said I had to do that for everything, I was like, oh man, I might as well just like leave it if it's at center. But it's not at center. It's not at the top left. If everything's at top left, then I suppose I could just act like it is. I can have my get center position function, which literally just gives you the center position, which is just the size divided by 2. It'd actually be the position plus the size divided by 2 if I wanted to get the center. It does make things kind of easier, though, doesn't it? Is there an advantage to readjust it to where it's the center? I had manually readjusted my nodes so the plus sign icon was at the separator, a separator that divided name and description on the Y axis and then centered on the X axis by manually repositioning it after creation. Now, I wanted to get rid of the separator, so it would just so I wouldn't have to calculate it every time. But when I did, everything moves to the top left. When I had assumed it was center by default. Advanced is setting the node 2D origin to the center. It simplifies alignment, rotation, and positioning. When the origin is centered, rotating the node spins it around its middle, and centering it in the scene or relative to other nodes becomes intuitive. Setting position 0, 0, it places it exactly at the parent center. Your confusion is common. Node 2D itself does not auto-center its content. The origin is 0, 0. But you control where that point lies within your scene by moving child nodes. When you move the separator and everything shifted to the top left, it's because the visual center was previously offset manually without the offset. Okay. Instead of manual offsets, make the root node 2D act as the center. Select your root node 2D, move its children so that the desired center point aligns with 0, 0. Gizmo, the plus icon. This way, the nodes transform operation like rotation or scaling occur around that logical center. Okay. I'm a little confused because I don't know if you watched the stream the other day or was it, I don't know, was it Monday or was it, anyways, where I was talking about switching everything back and then working from the top left. And I was like, I want to switch it to top left because I think easier that ways. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I could do it. Move children. Well, moving its children is what I did. I actually now the only child right now is the panel, and then of course the separator and stuff is um I see it's like upper left to that, right? So everything else is upper left to that because so when it writes the text and draws the separator line and stuff, that's fine. Okay. Actually changed the panel size, the panel position to be offset at the center. So even though that's manual, that's exactly what you said. So panel dot position. Okay, so let me go back to my code here. Where did I do that? Get center position. Get center position. panel. Wait. That's not what I want. Not that one. What I want is up here. Right here. Okay, so what I did was panel dot position. The code looks like this, where separator y is where the separator is on the panel that divides the name and description. Panel center X is defined as panel size negative panel size negative panel dot size X divided by 2. So really I should just should go ahead and do this. Although find panel center Y like I did X. Here on the right track, defining panel center Y similar to panel center X and setting the panel's position using both center offsets will effectively center the origin of your panel relative to its content. Instead of relying on a separator for alignment, pre-computing the center offsets code like this. Yeah. Well, I know I can do. I'll do that. That's not a problem there. Origin aligns with visual center, making feature positioning, rotation, scaling intuitive. Okay. Okay. So if I guess I can just go back to that and just not worry about the separator. Well, okay, so here is that's off from the side though. Okay. Okay, that's kind of weird to me though, because this is not actually here. This is actually offside a little bit. How does that how does that work that? How does that work? Okay. Let's go back to Chat GPT. Um, Brave Leo suggested I should just move the children of the node to my layout rooms. To make 0, 0, position the center, which is sort of what I was doing already, except without using the separator. So it would just be negative panel dot size divided by 2. And I think I can do divided by 2 because I think the vector 2 class has the operators to do that, I think. But if not, I can do it individually too. And maybe that's how I should do it. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Right on target with that one. You're describing is actually a clean geometry level fix rather than a UI layout one. You're redefining your coordinate system so your world's origin 0, 0 is visually centered instead of in the corner. No 2D positions, thus your panels, if they're tied to them, are measured from the top left. If you want the center to be 0, 0, you simply offset your entire layout by half its size. Then all your child nodes will be center relative, meaning a child at 0, 0 will now appear dead center instead of in the corner. Okay. Now, your likelihood you're working in global coordinates for selected, so moving the parent layout to make 0, 0. Okay. Well, I haven't changed anything else. It's just the children. Right now, just the panel itself. The other items like the separator and name label and label and description text are just attached directly, which I guess means they're top left in relation to the parent panel. So that still works. I'm just getting some ideas here when I say stuff. It's kind of like I'm asking, like, am I right? Am I on track? Node 2D wrote your panel as a control node is positioned relative to its node 2D parent. Control local space. That being said, I have not centered the layout rooms themselves. So rooms 0, 0 is still technically top left, but because I don't move anything around, it doesn't really matter. I'm just moving the panel children of each room node so that its origin 0, 0 is center to the panel. I mean, it shouldn't matter if that's center or not because I'm not doing that with the whole thing. The rooms deal is set to 0, 0. I just make sure everything's at 0, 0 now. Now okay, so the rooms individually are positioned anywhere that they want to be, so they can be above, which they are. But yes, centering the furniture inside the house, not moving the whole house on the map. Okay, yes. Okay, so okay, so now panel right. Position. Okay, so let's go back to the get panel rect function. I'm not sure if I'll actually need it, but do I need to now take the room position and subtract a half size from it to generate the proper bounding box? Think, I don't know, the AI doesn't seem to be that good. I mean, it's alright, but you got the right instinct. If your room's origin 0, 0 is now visually at the center of the panel, then your bounding box return get panel should indeed start at top left, global position minus panel size divided by 2. correctly represents the panel's bounds in global space. If you use it for overlap checks or mouse hit detection, it'll match what you see on screen. You don't need to worry about the separator, offset, or view box where it's just pure geometry now. So yes, subtracting half the panel size gives the correct visual top left corner for your bounding box. Okay. So I just need to make those changes, and then call it a day because time is almost up. Tomorrow we'll actually get to creating the drag box. And base it on global mouse position, which makes everything simpler. Okay, so we're going to do that, then we're going to call it a day. Okay. Not a bad day, not a great day, but not a bad day. Okay, so this is what I want to do, right? This is pretty easy. I have the room's origin with the center, and we just want to do and separator. That's okay. We'll just do this. Do I need, let's see. I think I can do this. Actually, here, let's do this. Shift N, Control C. So, and what we'll say is we'll say instead of vector 2 panel that like that, what we'll do is we'll say minus panel, let's see, panel dot size divided by 2, like so. Bob's your uncle. Okay. Now, that being said, let's see if it goes back to the way it's supposed to be. It might totally not. Okay, all right, everything's good. Good. And everything is centered again, right? That works fine. Just fine. Now, of course, now it's not, yeah, now it's not counting for the, so okay, so basically what I did is, this is still there, but what I did is I moved this up like, like that, and so now everything's at its center like it's supposed to be. Here, I bop, 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 bop. You know what would be cool? It would be, I don't know, something, you'd have to make it in, I don't know, for OBS or something. What you do is you overlay. Actually, I could do this myself, honestly. What if I overlaid my face, my screen, over the top of, no, the desktop, no, my, okay, so my face over the top of the desktop, and but I made it transparent, transparent enough that where you could still see most of the screen, and that way, if I did like this, this, and this, it would almost look like I was, it would almost look like I was actually pointing at certain spots on the screen. I probably won't do that because it's probably be too distracting, and it'd be kind of hard for me to be able to detect where I'm pointing because I won't be able to see it unless I bring it to the foreground, and that kind of would ruin thing. But I just thought it would be funny, a funny thought where I'm going dunk dunk dunk. I'm like poking on the screen, and then it like the whole screen was the camera, right? That would be cool. Anyways, okay, so it looks like yeah, it looks like we're kind of back in business now, I think. And I think everything is cool. I think. I'll do it like this. Okay, and then we can like save room data and maybe it has to do the room data for every single room. That's all right. I mean, that's you know, I think because everything did change. It changed because I changed the coordinates. So now we'll do one more change here before I call it quits. So this is normal, and then we want to add the get panel rect thing down here, right? Get panel rect, right? Okay. Top left equals, well, that is what it is, right? Panel dot global position minus panel size divided by 2, top left. So let's do something else. Let's do a clean copy. Control C, Control V, and let's go ahead and get panel rect. We'll leave it like that so that I can just kind of leave them there. Um, get panel rect old. All right, so we're just gonna first we're gonna take these things out here. Print. Okay. We'll leave the print statement in there. Okay, so here's my get panel rect function. Now your panels are centered. This line exactly what you need. It converts the center origin position to the top left corner, giving you a correct rect 2 for hit testing, overlap checks, or selection boxes. And tomorrow I'll probably do a test to test get panel rect. So um, I'll have it scan through the rooms. It'll get the proper panel rect. Then it will check and see if a point of mouse is in there, and then it will print out a message. A message. You've clicked in using hit testing or something. Okay, thanks. Talk to you. Okay. So for that, thanks for listening, watching, whatever, and I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll probably finish up Princess Prep tomorrow. I won't do any of that stupid talking, extra talking I do. Not that I won't talk. I'll talk through the whole thing. That's usually the way I work. So if you don't like me talking, then you won't be watching or listening. But if you don't mind me talking, you'll hear my. Anyways, all I meant is I won't go off on a tangent and start talking about other stuff like how to get viewers and stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll just be talking strictly about the game, and we'll get the Princess Prep thing completely finished, and maybe we'll even start a new story beat. Who knows? Anyways, thank you for watching part 2, and I will see you tomorrow.